Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I had somebody on the show in the past, and I liked them so much I had to bring them right back. So today I have on the show Michael Ralby, who is principal over at On the Money, Inc. Michael, welcome back to the show. Great to talk to you.
Adam, thank you so much. Great to be part of the show, and it's awesome to have a reunion with you. Happy 2020.
Absolutely, happy 2020. And I don't want to assume that everybody heard the first episode. We got a whole lot of new listeners. The podcast has been growing like crazy this year, and over the last 12 months. So since our last episode. So let's just start off with getting into what you're doing over at On the Money. So first, tell us a little bit more about the business, please.
Appreciate that. We continue to evolve and grow. It's been awfully exciting. Still involved, and I'm sure you'll have your reunion with Steve Noodleberg, and we're still partnering on a bunch of stuff and partnering with Mindy Figueroa, who was also on your show. And she and I are really doing some great things in Latin America and helping really disrupt a lot of the technology, a lot of the healthcare, and the growth of On the Money has been really spectacular. It's a lot of fun and so exciting to be on the show and get the chance to talk about it.
So let's get into some of the projects or some of the things you're working on. That I know you work in the private equity side too, so I know that you can't say everything, but give me what you can give me, Michael. What's going on over there?
So we've been representing a couple of the healthcare startups, for lack of a better term, but they're more funded than just a startup. But the interesting thing that's what's going on in the world today is how technology is just driving change, and change is really taking place, and it's disrupting so many different industries, financial, healthcare, and all these two meld together, and the ability to help these companies grow with the experience that we have been fortunate to have in over 3 decades in the financial space, and be able to bring it to these companies and watch them really disrupt things in medicine and things in healthcare and take care of people. So I know that's 30,000 feet, but it's really very, very cool what's going on. And it's so interesting and exciting to be a part of it. So that's really what's happening.
Any interesting trends you're seeing in healthcare? Because I know you're looking at deals, and you're looking at anything, just trends in general that you're seeing?
Yeah, lots of them. So there's a prostate cancer test that's changing, and it's dramatically changing the entire world. So that's really cool. It's not drawn by blood, which has been the standard way it's been done for many, many years. It's being done on a urination basis. So literally urinating in a cup and having better results.
I think I saw a commercial on that the other day. That's
maybe,
right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that's starting to take shape.
Wow.
Operating rooms being built out of 18-wheelers, the cargo containers in the back to have operating rooms. Really? Yeah. Having insurance platforms built where you can just get it done with an app. Having drones being able to go ahead and check out commercial real estate properties so that they don't have to do all the assessments and all the valuations of the buildings when it's just getting done by a drone. The technology is just driving. And there's just so many things that are so fascinating. Biopsy pens that are helping people get skin cancer and things checked out without having to go ahead and take a biopsy. Can just be done by a laser and a pen.
Wow.
And, and there's more and more. And we get approached every day, and we have a process, and we take it to various people that they just wouldn't have access to get to. So it gives us the ability to connect them. And we've been connecting people around the world. And for myself, who spent so many years dealing with the financial markets and with people who were only in America, and now to be able to communicate to Israel, to Puerto Rico, to Latin America, deeper south than Puerto Rico, it's just been so exciting. And it's awesome to be able to be a part of your show and tell people about it.
Where do you think, some of the opportunity? There's, and obviously there's opportunity in all these industries, but what do you think are some of the more interesting opportunities in 2020, if any, that you're kind of seeing on the horizon?
It's a pretty broad question, but from the standpoint of healthcare, you're going to, to watch telemedicine, and we're involved in that change. That's so cool. I mean, so somebody who's sick doesn't have to go and get somebody else who's to see a doctor who's healthy, change where they'll just hop on a computer, and the advent and the change of what's going on. And we're in the process of helping build and bring that into Puerto Rico. So all these underprivileged and low income people to be able to just hop on their phone and be able to talk to a doctor. That's a huge trend.
Wow.
It's really helpful. And, the other side of it, the financial industry, the space is changing so much, and the ability to be able to get so many things at your fingertips and get so much information where you do not have to rely on the old-fashioned methods. And, that's a big trend. And, the advent of companies swallowing up other companies and payment systems. And one of the biggest trends I think that you're going to continue to see, and we are very involved in that, is the streaming of technology, over the internet, so people watching shows, whether they're live or taped, or, the change and the dramatic move with Disney. And, we're involved with a company called Yip TV, who is about to really explode, and that's exciting stuff.
Tell me a little bit more about how the telemedicine works, because I've heard of it, but I can't claim that I know much about it. So what'll happen is somebody, like as you mentioned, they just pick up their phone and they're on a platform. There's doctors waiting on the other side. Just give me a little bit more on that, because I've heard, but I know nothing about it.
So in the years to come, you will no longer have to go to a doctor. You will be able to just log onto your computer, hit a button, set up an appointment. The doctor will call you back in 5, 10, 15, half hour, an hour, depending on the appointment and the severity of what the need is, depending on whether you need a general practitioner or a specialist. And the doctor's patient rooms are going to become obsolete. You'll be able to hop on your computer and go to a hospital, or go to a specialist to get something done, or to a med center. It's just all the old-fashioned sitting in a waiting room and then a patient room is going to change, unless it's for something that you need to get a physical, or you need to go get something unfortunately worse. But it's just all done on the computer, period. All these doctors.
So as you were mentioning too, in terms of going to like in areas that are remote, or maybe they're far away, and there's a shortage of doctors. I mean, this is going to really fill that gap.
100%. The group that we're involved in has done things in Africa. They have a charity set up inside their telemedicine space so that they go ahead and give back. And, we are in the process of working on helping the victims from the earthquake in Puerto Rico, and some of that charitable dollars and some of the other monies that we have been able to procure for the build out of the platform are going to help the people who are victims of the earthquake.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, Michael, I could talk to you all day about this. I kept having to be in like 3 more shows, because I know you see deals and you're looking at things and you're on the cutting edge of what's going on out there. But that being said, if somebody is listening to this right now and they want more information on the money, or to connect with you, what's the best route for them to do it?
Pretty much LinkedIn. Very visible on LinkedIn. Just grab my name, and happy to respond, and I'm grateful for anybody who reaches out, always looking to make new contacts, and it's pretty much the best way to go about it.
Perfect. Well, hey, Michael, been awesome catching up with you and learning more about what you have going on in the pipe works over at On the Money, and looking forward to hearing more updates on what's going on with telemedicine and all your other projects. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review in the Apple iTunes store. We launched the YouTube channel this year. Go subscribe to that. Leave us some comments on the video. Let us know, is there any interesting trends that you're seeing in investing investing or private equity right now, if any. So let us know what you're working on. And Michael, thanks again for coming on the show.
Really, really appreciate it, Adam. Looking forward to reunion number 3. And it's also obviously really awesome to see your growth and see all the things you're doing and following you. So congratulations to your success and continuing through 2020 to grow. It's really exciting to watch.